I couldn't think of a good title this morning, so I literally in the descriptions put join us for our morning ramble.
I mean, that's pretty apt. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
And I'm so sorry last week.
Oh my gosh.
So we had such high hopes. We were like,
We
oh,
did.
we're going to do a live from Florida. It's our vacation. We've been going to the same spot since Britton was like 9 months old.
That's a while ago.
Just a little bit.
And so we get up and we're relaxing.
We're
and
like chatting, doing the kids' homework.
we get to our cabana. I've rented a cabana for the day.
Did you guys wake up and like, hey, remember guys, we're going live today?
No.
Did it even
Oh, no.
occur to
No,
you?
we were we were like busy with the kids' homework and all this stuff.
And then it was 11:30, and I went, oh,
Yeah, we
We're
literally
so
like
alive
settled in at the pool, and she got her little towel out, and then I'm like getting stuff ready for the kids. She goes, "Oh no!" I'm like,
and then I'm like, what time is it? 11:30.
It's 11:30.
To be fair, it didn't occur to me here either. Like,
Yeah,
at
I
all.
was wondering if, because
like,
you
at
didn't
all.
contact us all last week.
I really like
That
try. Like
was-
usually when they're gone, I contact them like a million times, and I always feel really bad.
It was
to
the
be-
most checked out from the office I've been.
and I really
like,
wanted
ever.
that
To
for
be
you.
fair, we have a text chain that
We do.
text each
A lot.
other often
A lot.
during the day.
A lot.
Well,
A lot.
I showed Melissa some of our texting one time because I was like, you know what we do? We text
morning.
good morning.
Hi.
We message each other videos and things all the time, and we don't respond to each other.
No.
Sometimes we'll throw like a face on them, but it's like, no, I watched it. I just didn't respond to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't respond to your comment this morning. I wanted to.
You got a response.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it was. It really shouldn't have had one.
I am
Yeah.
not going to lie, this morning, I don't know who put it back there, but someone put like actual caramel next to the coffee.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of old.
Oh, I put in my coffee.
You might
Is it
not
good?
want to drink it.
Is it bad?
Well, I got samples in like maybe 6 months
Why is it
ago.
back there?
Well, if you just opened it though, it might be fine.
I did not just open
Okay,
it.
you probably shouldn't drink that. It's probably got like mold
I should
in
probably
it.
throw it away.
Why is it in our coffee counter then?
I mean, because I'm lazy and I didn't throw it away.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is it good? Does it
It's
taste good?
No, I thought it was
Well,
delicious.
you know, caramel
might be
has a
fine.
high
I mean, it's got so much
content,
sugar.
so it's probably good. Yeah.
But now you guys have me
Did you
freaked
like the
out.
Bridezilla videos I sent you guys last night,
Oh
though?
my
I didn't see 'em.
gosh.
Oh, I was at dinner with
couldn't
them.
Oh,
even-
please watch them because the brides and their demands. Okay, so one bride sent a video of telling people what the people had to send her for the gifts, and it was like $400 minimum.
Minimum $400.
Was what the expectation of what you had to give her for a gift, and it was like $400 minimum gift cards to places, Gucci
So
purses.
not just a registry, it was
No.
like demand.
And, yeah,
Like,
and then it
in
was
black
like,
mail?
if you're gonna
Cars.
go outside of this, you need to let me know.
Oh, it was crazy. And then a different bride.
Can you imagine being
I
friends
thought
with
that was
her
the
in real
same
life?
bride. Is that not
No,
the
so
same
it
bride?
was different ones. It was
Oh.
one
Like, I would
video.
never be friends with someone like that.
No, so it was one video, but it was a woman like reading like different bridezillas, and then so in the same video, she read about a different bride, and the bride had crowdfunded for her wedding, raised $30,000 from family members, and then said, "Hey, just so you know." We decided
Yes.
we're not going to do our wedding, but we're going to keep your money and let you know when we're going to do the wedding later. We're going to have a pre-honeymoon.
And
basically,
use it for our honeymoon.
we took your money. We're going to go on a trip. You don't get your money back.
I couldn't even believe that. And then someone was like, I gave you $12,000 under the whatever that you were going to get married. Like, I want the money back in my account.
So they
Yes.
weren't even getting married?
No. Well, they were going
Okay.
to, but then now they're not going to and are still going to keep
No,
the
but
money.
like, are they physically like going to the courthouse and getting married at all?
No.
No.
It has
No.
been, it's going to be rescheduled, but
they're
with
going to
no plan
reschedule.
in place.
It was
Wow.
horrible.
And we are going to be using the money, get this, to get married at a future date. Or no, I'm sorry, they're going to use the money for a pre-wedding honeymoon. Okay, so
Yeah,
they're going to be also taking a
pre-wedding.
honeymoon afterwards, and then they will be
So
opening
you
up the
just
money.
funded my travel fund.
Yes, but they will be opening up the account again to fund the wedding later.
Later.
So they will be opening donations later.
Well, and the craziest thing is
Yeah.
she's like, now I'm having a mental breakdown and he had to take me to the hospital and this is $3,000 in medical bills.
That you will be paying for out of these funds.
It's like, you did it. You did it to these people.
Are insane.
You guys, you can't make this
up. Why would people think
up.
that you have to fund their life?
All the crowdfunding.
Actually, I know why.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, the
Yes, we
thing
do.
is,
Yeah.
but if you can't afford your wedding, scale back or
Yeah.
do a small thing.
I got married in the drive-thru of Las Vegas, guys. This is true. Still married 18 years later.
And you don't even have to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's, I mean, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, go in your backyard.
And
Yeah.
then demanding a certain dollar amount gift, like
I need a $400 Gucci purse for my wedding.
it's just not feasible.
Yeah,
I
I
could-
can't.
yeah.
I would be so embarrassed if that were my child.
Oh,
Yeah.
horrendous.
Like, I would be so embarrassed.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
the mom was on the face, and she's like, "Call me now."
Yeah, I would be mortified if that was my child. I'd be
Yeah.
like, maybe
Be
you're
like,
not my
yeah,
child.
you change your last name as quick as possible, please. Because
Well, and then you have to wonder, like, what her fiance is thinking about. Like,
well, he's probably like, oh, go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
If that's what people are gonna do.
That was the craziest thing I'd ever
yeah.
seen.
But then the one before that was the video I had looked for about the
Hawaii thing.
Yeah, the Hawaii thing. So that was crazy too. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, I mean that's kind of if you weren't gonna come when it was in town. why
Yeah.
should
So
I
yeah, a
take-
woman got married and only 14 people RSVP'd.
She
or
was
something?
she is planning a wedding. Only
small wedding.
a very small wedding, but only 14 people RSVP'd. So she's like, okay, well, if only 14 people are going to RSVP, we're going to change our wedding plans, and
they had
we're
a
going to
certain budget or
Yeah, she's
whatever.
like, we're going to take our entire wedding budget. We contacted everybody and said, hey, do you guys mind extending the trip? And we're going to upgrade everybody. We're going to do all expenses paid and fly you guys all to Hawaii.
Cause 14 people. That's
Yeah.
not terrible.
All expenses paid. Her sister, who said, well, we can't go to your wedding the first time around because
Which is like in town, like it's like she says
it's
like a
3
3-hour
hours.
drive. It's
Yeah.
a 3-hour drive.
it's our busy season. We're landscapers. We can't come to your wedding. You know, the kids can't be in the car for 3 hours. Well, now that it's an all expense paid trip to Hawaii, well, we should have been consulted. It's not fair that we're not coming. By the way, it's a 9-hour flight. So she's angry that she's no longer included in this.
Oh, crazy.
And it's not fair that the brother is coming and she's not coming. So I had to send that to
Yeah.
the girls last night too.
Well, I mean, I had to have that talk with, not it's the same thing with London, but she wanted to do like the Italy thing. And I'm like, that's really cool. I will be there, but I don't know if I can afford to bring my family.
Right, because how much is an international flight?
And then she did it in Colorado, and it was like tickets were like $500. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be there. Like, you're my sister. I'm gonna be there,
Right.
but I don't know. And then tickets dropped to like $100. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're all on the same flight. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
but
not
it was
gonna be a
very much
fun
like
flight,
I'll be
but-
there either way, but I can't go.
Right.
I can't do
Well,
that.
that is a financial burden for your family, you know, to have to spend that much money.
Yeah,
on
when
flights,
ticket prices
you
dropped,
know?
it was fine.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but when you're talking,
you know?
when you're talking 500, and
And
then
at first, when she was talking Italy, I'm like,
I
okay, that's like
know.
$1,500 a person at least, kind of. Like,
yeah, and especially when there were more travel restrictions in place with COVID and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know.
yeah, you had to
you know?
quarantine for 5 days.
Yeah.
before
and
you could
everybody
leave,
had to take
whatever.
so much time off work.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
thankfully, my husband's new job, he can actually take time off work, so that
Yeah.
worked out too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He couldn't take time
he
off at
couldn't-
all.
He worked at a school district, and it was just very difficult.
And my daughter is getting married next week.
Yes.
One of our Britton's sister, and she's not a bridezilla.
No, she's not. I mean, she was good about it when I told her, like, okay, here's our.
Yeah.
She offered to pay for the kids' tickets and everything, and
we have a family.
It didn't.
I mean,
it worked
we have
out.
a family
She
of
didn't have to do
8.
that.
Yeah.
We have 8, right?
Yeah.
8.
6
you know,
kids.
You've
Yeah.
got your 3 kids, so
Yeah.
it's
2
between
kids.
us.
And my
I mean,
husband.
your husband.
Wait, are you pregnant?
No, I am not pregnant. God, no.
I'd be throwing a little party.
I know you would. I decided. I mean,
thank
you can
you,
pay for a
Deborah. Yeah.
daycare, the new car that you have to have. The,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm super excited for
Fit
it.
another
It's
car
fun
seat.
when your kids
Uh-huh.
get married. Just to watch them build a life with somebody is pretty cool.
When do you guys leave? Wednesday morning of next week?
Thursday.
I live Wednesday morning really early, and the other kids leave Thursday.
Yeah.
We're doing our live next week, but just us?
Yeah, well, it's our coffee tasting too, because all our flavors shipped.
Oh,
But they just shipped Monday because I was on vacation.
And-
we were all on
okay.
vacation last
So
week.
it's still a surprise what they are, but the theme is
Did we ever
no.
tell anybody what our theme was this month? I
Yeah.
didn't even know that we did.
We did.
I'm still stuck on the 80s.
I know.
I
People
see
love
the
the
80s.
80s.
It just happened really quick. October's been a crazy, crazy month.
It really has. Well, it was potions.
It was magical
We did
spells
potions,
and
magic
potions.
potions. Yeah, that
And
was
the
our
photos for this month are so cool.
I don't even know that I've seen them. I haven't programmed
super
anything in
cute.
yet.
Super cute. Yeah, Ashley and I, when we took them, we would take them in like full light, and then we would make it super dark with like a color behind it, and take it again. And then she added like all the like smoke and
Very cool. Because
Very
I have
fun.
tons of potion bottles at my house.
I love
like
Halloween.
fancy potion bottles.
I love Halloween
I'm
like
always
so much.
stuck though because it's too late now because it's like, well, if you decorate for Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, it's like I just want to almost just jump to Christmas.
Yeah, I don't really do Thanksgiving. As much as I love Thanksgiving, it's just like Halloween and then November 1st, I start Christmas.
we don't decorate. We don't decorate for holidays except for Christmas typically, but we did get an inflatable ghost last year.
Yeah.
And the kids
I'm
love
sure they
that.
loved
People in Flushing have really gone crazy.
Yes, they have. I was driving through there. There's some amazing decorations.
Amazing decorations.
I saw one on Facebook that the guy keeps getting the police called on him because it's so realistic.
Yes.
And it does. It looks like people like
Have bodies.
got unalived on his sidewalk.
unalived.
And you're not allowed to say those words on Facebook. So you have to say unalived.
Oh, really?
No, seriously, they'll kick your videos down.
Oh.
So there's like one on the roof and one on the sidewalk. And they look very realistic. He's had the police called. And as cool as it is, I feel like it'd be really traumatizing for kids.
It could be traumatizing for somebody that's
or-
even been in a car accident or something traumatic.
So some of the people on the Flushing pages have complained that some of it is scary for the kids. And I'm like, I guess I could see that,
My best friend does such a great job. Her little boy loves Halloween, and they are just crazy. But I think they change his bedding and decorate his room.
They
and
go
they
full
are,
out for
they are
holidays.
crazy. And he just loves spooky things. Although we went to a spooky house, and he was very frightened. And we did it. It was cute. Like, you could choose a level, 1 through 3.
Nice.
And we chose 1. But somebody did come after us with a chainsaw.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that doesn't seem like a 1.
Yeah. Estelle said it was fun though.
The second you jump out at me, it is not a 1, and I'm fighting back.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting back with everything I have.
Yeah, Estelle
5-year-old.
did good.
My 5-year-old had an absolute meltdown that day, so he did not get to go to the haunted house.
Oh, man.
But I don't think he would have liked it anyway.
No, he wouldn't have.
No.
It was it wasn't it was kind of parts of it were a little spooky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Estelle did good, but that's because I laughed at everything on the way through. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
look
she
how funny
had
that
fun.
is.
She had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
I can
that
only
was
do so
cool.
much scary. I yelled at my husband yesterday because I'm like, I was just trying to watch a romance like on our cable the other day, and because it's spooky season, all that my feed is gore
It's
and ESPN.
horrible.
Can I just get some Jane Austen, please?
Well, I hate when
What
you like.
feed?
Oh, like on our cable, like
Oh, I
when
don't
I'm
watch
going
TV
through,
like that.
it's just like I just want to, like I like to watch when I list, right? So it's just
Okay.
like all that's on my feed is just like I can't say unalived,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ESPN.
Well,
Can I
it's
get some in
crazy when you
between?
log into Netflix right now too, like
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
I really don't.
I wish they had a setting where it was like you could turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, are you into this? No.
But my husband is, so
Yeah,
and
but
my
he
kids
can have
are.
his own
You have your own
profile.
profile.
Well, and we do. So why is it on mine? I don't
Right.
want to
Because
see
he
that.
doesn't switch to your
No,
his
it doesn't
profile.
matter. I'm on
Yeah.
mine, and it's got all the
Yeah.
gore up
Yeah,
top.
I don't want to see it.
I didn't watch. We did
Yeah.
watch like 3 episodes of Love Is Blind.
Oh
I
yeah.
watched that with Sedona.
I think I'm pretty much caught up on that right
don't
now.
watch
I don't know
I
if
don't
it's
watch
the
reality
new
shows.
season.
There
or
is a
not.
new season, but it's like coming out like weekly or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an interesting show.
I think it would be really interesting for my sons to go on there.
Well,
What
this
is Love is
season's
Blind?
sketchy though.
It's like you're separate. You don't get to see each
You're in
other.
pods.
And then you like speed date kind of. And then you
Okay.
kind of pick who your top people are.
Okay.
And you have these, it's very interesting because people separating all the physical touch and you don't know what they look like. They fall in love. They actually get engaged without having seen each other. And then they kind of like go on a little vacation, I think, or whatever
Yeah.
together and just see if love is blind.
Wait, do they when they
not.
go on the vacation? Do they get to see each
Yes.
other?
Yeah.
After they get engaged, they get to see each other.
Okay.
And then they
and then
immediately go on vacation
Yes.
together. And then they come home and they live like,
But
is it
the
like a neutral
emotional-
apartment?
I think so. The emotional bonds that people, when you take that out, like they're like, I've never been this close to somebody in my life, because you're just behind. It's almost, you're not looking at a person, so you just spill your guts out to people, I think.
Has anybody ever, like, once they meet, been, like, very unattracted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, remember
part of
though,
it.
even on the Married at First Sight, the Jamie and Jamie and what's his name?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but she was like, I am not attracted to him at all, and they're actually still married today and have 2 children, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, like it just changed. Like once they got to know each other, she's like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a stupid thing. You guys were right. Like we are so compatible." And
on that show, Married at First Sight, they do a lot of like personality testing, and it's like this. You guys should get along.
well, and
really
they have experts too that they can call, like counselors.
Yes.
They can call and stuff that
Wow.
help them. But it is super sped up. But quite a few of those
But they
couples
get
have stayed
married
together.
right
I love
when they
reality
see each
TV.
other.
Wow.
Like they meet each other
At
when
the
they're
altar.
saying their I do's.
I don't
And then
think I'm brave
they're
enough
saying
for that.
I do for real, so they like
Wow.
have to get
You have
divorced.
to get divorced.
Wow. Is there a prenup involved?
No, I don't know.
But I think
sure
it's,
you can get, like,
I mean,
an
I think it's
annulment.
interesting. I think that, and it's again, on that Love Is Blind, again and again and again and again, people just keep saying the same thing. I just want someone to love me for me. I just
Yeah.
want someone to love me for me.
Yeah.
You know, and there are so many, I think, lonely people out there. I mean, I got married at 21. You know, I can't relate to this really. You
Yeah.
got
No.
married, so we all
We
got
all
married,
got married very
so
young.
that
Yeah.
it would be really hard to
Yeah.
be 30, 35.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get
And not
married
find your
super
person.
young, but we were together we've been together since I was 19.
Yeah.
So
Well, but then when we, talk to some of the guys and stuff, and it's just like trying to meet somebody, and they keep saying like, oh, girls only want guys who are rich and tall, and and I think some of the messages that we're seeing on social media that's what girls think they want, and it's just like, really, is that what they want?
well, it's
'Cause-
lack of commitment.
Yeah.
Well, but then how good do people really get to know each other, like on a friendship level,
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
So I think it's very interesting how deeply people bond
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how quickly it happens when you're, and they're giddy. They're like, I'm so excited just to talk to you. And they share stuff that they've never shared with anybody else.
Yeah, that's
it's very
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. I thought it was weird though on this season of Love Is Blind.
Who is on
that
this season?
Some people know each
Is it
other.
Uchi?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Uchi
Yeah,
season. Okay.
yeah.
So I am on the current season.
Somebody
that
there was
not
some
cool.
people who knew each other beforehand, so I really feel like they were just on there to like be on
Forgot. No
TV.
caramel.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
You're
not gonna go with
probably not
probably.
gonna die.
I'd probably be okay.
You're not gonna die.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
No, it made it sketchy. Like, did you guys not?
And that's when I stopped watching. Is right when all that stuff how far
When it blows up. I might be one episode behind.
Okay. When he goes in to propose to her, did you see that?
Oh yeah,
And she's not there.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
past that. I'm past their trips.
Okay. Does anybody else like reality TV?
I
Is
love
it just
reality
us?
TV.
I don't actually like reality TV
I
at all.
love it. I love watching just probably anthropology. This would have been what I would have been super interested in. It's just society and how everybody gets along, and
The only thing I like is flipping shows. Show me
I like
a good
those
house,
too.
I like those too.
you know, flip and I like the shows that are like, we live in Michigan, right? So the housing market's way different. And we go to California and they're like, they take a shack and it's like, $300,000. And we're like, that's a,
crazy.
$30,000 house in Michigan.
Well, and then it's so interesting there because it's like your garage turning it into, I forget what they call it, a AUD or some additional housing unit, AHD.
I don't know.
I don't
Like
know.
because they can make so much money
Yeah.
out
it's
of just
insane.
any kind of
I like
stuff.
some what kind of reality TV do you like, Deborah? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it
I
is
like
crazy.
literally all of it.
Yeah.
I will watch any of it. Yeah, Vanderpump.
Well, I'm even
But I don't watch
watching
TV,
this
so
season
I
of
don't
the challenge.
watch it very often at all. I loved the challenge.
Yeah. It's
Have you
still
guys
good.
seen the other one with that Sandoval's on? The army one?
No.
Oh.
Oh wait, they had a previous season.
Special Forces.
I think
No, it's Special Forces. It's called Special Forces.
I know. So we watched a season, and it was like they put all these celebrities in like an army boot camp.
Yeah,
but it was a
that's probably
while ago. It was like
there's a new season. Now,
okay.
because I just heard that he got beat by
Bachelor. Okay.
Oh, The Bachelor.
We used to watch
The Bachelor.
It's just too much to keep up on.
I always feel really bad for people in The Bachelor because I think you can legitimately fall in love with multiple people.
Yeah.
And so it just makes me sad when they have to choose, and especially for the person who's getting chosen between, because they've fallen in love.
We read a lot of why choose books. Why choose just
Hattie
one
reads
book?
a lot of why choose
don't you
books.
put me on the
I have read a couple. It's a lot. Those
Why
are a lot.
choose just one book? Man, choose several men.
So I think that's kind of why I stopped, just because, I mean, it would be so, and being in that position of picking between two
then could
people
you,
that can be very different
Yeah,
from each
for
other.
sure.
would be
Imagine like
difficult.
picking one, but then be like, oh,
That one
forever
guy
you
did.
would be like, were they the right one?
Well, that one guy
but
at the
the
rose
drama.
ceremony, he switched.
he did.
Not at the rose ceremony, at like the reunion. He said, I just can't get her out of my mind. I
Oh,
need to be
wow.
with the other girl. And I think they ended up getting married and are still
Okay.
together, but people were livid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really, really upset.
But
be
the
tough.
drama.
Well, and
I
definitely
know, that's the drama's the fun part of it.
they
I wonder if
cut
it's
it a
scripted.
certain way. I think it's like partially scripted.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
How much of it is it fake? How much
okay,
of
they
it's real?
did.
They
yeah.
did.
So
Yeah.
I thought that happened, but it was some years ago, but it was pretty crazy. Like, people were so angry. I wasn't angry because,
I don't care.
because I mean, in that situation, when you make that decision, and then if you're outside it and somebody's still,
Yeah.
you're like, what if? Don't make a bad decision. Don't stick with that person just because.
I would hate for someone to make that decision and I'm the other woman.
Oh,
Well, I
you
think
know?
The
sure.
Bachelor is hard too because you're in this like reality house. You're not in
Yes.
real life,
Right.
And then like a lot of times aren't they like across the country from
Yes.
each other? So like
Yes.
that reality sets in, and that's very
Or honestly,
difficult.
a lot want to pursue acting or something. So
Well,
it's like,
that's
what are they?
like the Love at First Sight. A lot of those like they take that into consideration. Like they typically live in the same city or the
Yes.
same like area kind of.
Yeah.
But then they have to talk finances and stuff at
Yeah.
some point. Like, how much debt do you have?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a La La Land stuff.
Do you want to take on my debt?
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir.
It
I
was
do
a
not.
crazy situation. I remember it being horrible. And I don't think the way it was done, if I remember, I barely remember, but I don't think the way he did it was really kosher.
Well,
That's a private conversation you have with someone not on national TV.
Oh, but the drama.
Unless they
I
they
didn't
might
pick you.
force
Dun,
it
dun,
to be on
dun.
national TV because sometimes some of those things are like forced.
Yeah.
Like they're in their
So
contract.
what was the first reality, Real World? Probably
Yeah.
was
Oh,
the
yeah.
very first
I feel like
ones.
it was, right?
And then maybe
Probably.
like Jersey Shore.
No, that was like my college. That was
Sorry.
way later.
Did I make
Real
that face?
World was like
Real World
40
was-
episodes or
yeah.
something. Didn't they used to do it twice a year?
When did they start Big Brother and stuff? That was probably after Real
And
World.
Survivor.
Quite a while. It's
Yeah.
the 25th season of Big Brother right
and
now.
Survivor just celebrated a big one too.
Yeah, probably about the
Is
same as Big
Survivor
Brother.
reality TV?
I don't know. I
Yes,
hate
it
all of
is.
it.
Oh, okay.
I don't
It's
know.
definitely
game show.
reality TV. I mean, it's not totally
I
scripted.
used to, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I used to watch more TV when I could DVR my favorite shows and then go, and they were already there.
So I just go on the CBS app
Yeah.
and
But I don't
watch them.
remember what my favorite shows are. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they can't be that much of a favorite then, I
Right.
guess.
That's
No.
true.
I can do without it all.
But I've got to get caught up on Billions because it is the last season of Billions.
yeah.
But I think I got rid of my Showtime.
I thought about
or
watching
something.
that, but you hated that for a little while, right? And then it got
Just
good
for
again.
a season.
Yeah.
This is the last season.
Yeah. I thought about starting that. I was looking for a show to watch.
It is a good show. I like Billions.
I started The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and that is good so far.
Is it? Okay.
I feel like I've started that like twice.
I feel like I have too.
Yeah. My mom keeps wanting me to watch The Chosen. It's so good. You have to watch it. I think it's about Jesus.
I
Oh.
think. Probably good guess.
What gave that away? Yeah.
I feel like we like watch shows and then we get like through 2 or 3 seasons and then we just get like bored
Yeah.
and then we just like check out.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them like get like through a bad
It's
season.
not even that they're bad. It's just like I'm just tired of watching the same people.
Yeah, or that gets repetitive, and then like since
Or
they,
I think they stop because it's so long.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Now I'm 3 seasons behind. Like I had no idea really. Like Grey's Anatomy, maybe it's still going on.
I think
still
it is,
going.
but I don't think anybody's on it
Only
anymore.
As long
I
as
just
they
saw
killed the cute
something
guys, I was out.
that
Like,
gosh, who's the
Meredith
short
Grey's
the
not on it
short
anymore.
little
Oh, really?
doctor Bailey, Miranda
Yeah.
Bailey,
I think she's still on
and
it, right?
her
Yeah.
husband. No, it's not her husband. It's the other doctor. Oh, what's his name?
The dark hair.
Weber.
I think it might
the
be
blue
Weber.
Yeah.
That they're the only 2 original
Yeah.
people
Okay.
still on it. I know Bailey was one of them.
Yeah, because she's friends with Shonda Rhimes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of good TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Shonda
does.
Rhimes does. Yeah, because she's involved with the
I did
Charlotte
love that.
Bridgerton or whatever. I think.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
loved Queen Charlotte. That
yeah,
one
that
was
was
good.
a really good one. I like that one.
I liked that better than Bridgerton.
I liked Private Practice too. That was
did
good.
like Private
I don't think I
Practice.
saw that one.
It was good.
And what was the one with Red?
Red is a color.
He
and
was
it's
like a
everywhere.
serial he wasn't a serial murderer. He's a bad guy, but his
Red.
daughter was the detective, and he'd help her solve cases. Seinfeld, is that say or
Oh,
Scandal. Scandal was
that
good.
Scandal?
So
what I was
good.
thinking of. I loved Scandal.
I
too.
know
love
what you're talking
Scandal.
about.
I had a moral
I mean,
issue with
Dexter
that
was
since he
good.
cheated on his wife, but I did love that.
Dexter was super good.
Dexter was good. Oh, I love Dexter.
Yeah.
That was a moral one too, right? Because you're like, he's like vigilante.
Suits. I liked
Yeah.
Suits.
I never
That
watched
was
Which
that
there's a
one.
new-ish season of Suits.
Oh,
What was
really?
Yeah. They didn't release it on whatever like primetime network, but it's all on Netflix.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't remember what that with Red.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
And that one's still going on, or just ended, or something.
I like The
not like
Crown.
Burn
The Crown was good on
Notice.
Netflix.
His
I know you
name
didn't
was
really watch
Fred.
The Crown.
So he helps
watched
his
some of it.
daughter.
Well, and then we don't know if it's his daughter because
Oh, you're talking about
The
the
Mentalist?
Blacklist.
the Blacklist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Not
Yeah.
his daughter.
I don't know. Don't tell me because I
Oh.
never watched it. Whether
Okay.
it was his daughter.
They
or not.
just finished the series.
Okay, that's I'm like I've got to be 3 or 4
Yeah.
seasons behind.
Yes, you are.
But I would like to check.
Okay.
Maybe.
Scandal was so good. That was one of my
I
favorites.
Yeah,
love
Scandal was
Scandal.
really good. Does Kerry Washington do anything anymore? Well, I'm sure she's
No,
done
I
a
love the
couple
white
things.
hats, but then didn't she wear a dark hat for a while? And that I think that's where I lost it.
Yeah, because she was always supposed to be good. But maybe she really was good. I don't really remember. I have a really good ability to forget everything from a show.
Well, that's kind of great though, because then you can go rewatch the whole thing.
yeah.
I like it when people are just really like she would outwit people.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Gilmore Girls and Gossip
yeah.
Girl.
Gossip Girl is still
Yes.
like one of my all-time
Yeah.
favorites. If they could just make a show, I'm always like, what's like Gossip Girl?
Yes. I
Right.
think I'm going to do Gossip Girl rewatch. Every fall, I want to watch those two, Gossip Girl and Gilmore Girls.
I really hadn't watched Gossip Girls back in the day, so I only watched it a few years ago.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So remember, I
Same.
must have been like in high school or something when we watch it. We would watch Gossip Girl, and the boys and Dad would throw such a fit, and then be like, "Well, this episode's almost over," and then we get to the next episode, and I'd like go to change it, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm
We're
like,
still watching
secretly
this.
like that.
but
They
so you needed
secretly
to know what
liked it.
happened next?
Oh yeah.
That was like we had Adrian had a roommate and Sex in the City, and Robbie and I would watch Sex in the City together, and he was like, "Yeah, this is what we did together." Adrian would be at work, and Robbie and I'd watch Sex in the City. He's
Yeah.
like, "Miranda's on." I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah. Gilmore
But,
Girls is so good.
Yeah, Gilmore Girls, though, same thing. And I was just, we did a rewatch, and I didn't watch it when I was a kid, but I watched them as an adult. And I was just telling Melissa, I said, I don't actually really like Rory that much because what did she do? Had no issue cheating.
Yeah.
Like, with Logan, who had a fiance the whole time. But so, like, yeah, she's actually not really that good of a person. Like, you're supposed to like her. She's
Yeah, I
the girl
don't know if
next
I watched
door.
the whole thing.
But
Sedona
yeah.
loves
Yeah.
it. She's been watching it
Yeah.
like a crazy person.
Yeah,
No-
she
no
definitely
issue knowing that
goes
she's the
through
other woman.
some
Yeah.
I
some
definitely
stuff.
didn't see it
Yeah.
when she was like past college or whatever.
Yeah.
I never watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, The
she-
Day in a Life. Watch that. That's like the one they just did a couple years ago. And her as an adult, she definitely has some morally gray issues.
I like the mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lorelai.
Yes,
Lorelai's
Gilmore
my
Girls is
favorite.
great. Did you watch The Day in a Life, Deborah?
I can't remember if I ever watched that or not.
Well, then I just totally gave it away. But go ahead and watch
okay.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sounds
I
like
remember
it
this.
turns
What
to
you said
dark
sounds
area.
familiar, so
Yeah.
feel like maybe I
Yeah.
did.
So Logan Huntsberger, though, is in the new season of American Horror Story, which Kim Kardashian is, which don't get me started on them because I'll never watch the Kardashians. I just won't do it.
I think they're hilarious.
I think they're hilarious.
I won't do it. She's a terrible actress. I'm just going to say it. She's not
they're
great.
Just, oh yeah, she doesn't act. She's just herself.
Oh, she's in, but no, she's an actress
no,
in this
I mean
one.
in her.
She's an
life,
actress in this one.
In
Yeah.
what she's
But
been.
but Logan Huntsberger, I haven't seen in anything since Gilmore Girls, so he's in this, so I love it. But he looks like he's had some work done since then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I love it too.
That'd be so hard to be in the public eye like that.
For sure.
I mean, Suzanne Summers just passed away.
Oh yeah, I
That's
saw that.
sad.
I did. When I had to say what she, like my boys were like, "What has she been in?" I'm like, "I don't know, Thigh Master," you know. And then I'm like, then I started singing, "Come and knock on my door," you know. And they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Nobody knows. Don't worry
I
about it."
just think she was a really positive, and she seemed like a positive role model
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
person.
Yeah.
So she
She's
wrote a lot
before
of
my time.
hormonal books and stuff.
Oh, I
for,
didn't know
like,
that.
for
Yeah.
when she got a little bit older, and
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
So I mean, I don't remember watching
And then Florine Marks.
Florian Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who Joanne? That's how you passed it on to Joanne because I knew that they were friends.
Yeah, Weight Watchers lady passed away. Yeah,
No
I knew
idea.
the name, and then you reminded me what she had done. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep, I happened to see that.
Crazy,
I don't
crazy.
know. But if you guys haven't been online this week, Holiday Coffee is released.
Yes, we have been blasting through Cinnamon
Oh
Holiday
my
Blend and
gosh,
Mary
for
Mocha
sure.
Mint.
We already have to make more cinnamon holiday blend.
Yes, we're
is
making it now.
crazy. And just a reminder that $1 of every purchase of it goes to Habitat for Humanity
And
here
that-
in Livingston County.
Cinnamon holiday blend and Mary Mocha
Yeah, we
mint.
did both of the holiday flavors.
For the first time ever, yeah.
Well-
Usually it was just CHB.
And we have Mary Mocha mint in K-cups this year for the first time.
Yeah,
or
we do.
coffee pods, excuse me. They are not K-cups. They are coffee pods.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Those are available. Caramel, apple, and pumpkin spice, last chance. When they sell out, we are not making more this year. So
Okay.
if you want those, grab them.
Yeah. There's
Pumpkin
still some on the
spice and
shelf.
There's
caramel
still,
apple.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, caramel apple's limited too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody commented on our Facebook
Seasonal.
the other day, please make this permanent. I'm like, maybe.
No,
probably
not permanent. So there's a little bit left, but
Yeah.
not a ton.
Not a ton.
No.
And then we got our advent calendars in, and these ones are on their way. But I know we'll have new Christmas stuff soon.
Yeah, so the advent
Those are so
calendar should be
cute.
listed in like the next week or so.
Yeah, Vic started to build them.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And we are starting to get orders for corporate too. So if anybody's works for a company, coffee is always a great gift for people. If you're
Yep.
responsible for doing gifts for people, it is
And
an
I mean,
easy
we
way.
really do the work. So you send an Excel spreadsheet with addresses and what
Yeah.
you want a card to say, and we take care of the rest.
I talked to a guy yesterday, and he says, I'm just giving all of your coffee for gifts from now on. That's just all I'm going to give. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. I have no problem.
Easy gifts. We like it.
It works for me, too.
Yeah,
It works for me,
is.
too.
It is.
perfect.
Yeah. All right, should we go back to work now?
Oh, always.
Well, it's so hard. We've been off for a week. I feel like it's just playing catch up still.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
I'm just tired. You know how vacation tires you out?
Yeah.
Especially when you have another one next week.
You need a vacation from the vacation.
But a wedding is not really a vacation because there's so much to do. You
I mean,
know?
I don't know. I'm just showing up.
You'll be doing hair.
There's
you'll
no
be, Yeah.
we haven't been told anything, so we're just showing up.
Yeah.
I have a dress and
Yeah. Is somebody coming to do your hair, or is
yeah, someone's coming to do our hair and makeup.
oh, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
hopefully it's all good.
but it's always weird kind of when someone does your hair and makeup because it's like you want it to still look like you.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a Mary Kay lady coming, They're
I said
yeah,
not to be rude, but can you just make sure like she does more mature faces?
right.
Because
Yeah.
people who do like only young skin, they like cake stuff on and then it makes you look older.
Yeah.
Like all of your wrinkles, it's like just caked makeup in it. It's like,
Yeah.
well, that's not
Yeah.
attractive.
I've had a couple bad ones before where it's just like, okay, I'm a mix between goth and 90.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Then we just I wear mascara on a
Yeah.
normal basis. So
Yeah.
every time it's like a lot of makeup, it's like, oh, that just looks weird.
But I loved it. She said, Mom, I figured
Rhea.
nobody probably wanted to wear fake eyelashes except for maybe you. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe.
maybe I did.
Yeah. I don't need fake eyelashes.
No.
Oh, I love some nice little.
Yeah.
I just don't want
I love you. I'm like obsessed with people's eyelashes when they have fake eyelashes. I love them. I think they're so pretty.
I feel like sometimes though, like they look like your eyes are closed because
well,
they're
there's
so
definitely
thick.
a point where they have to look sort of natural.
Yeah.
Like even when I first got them, I'm like, I really can't like go to a business meeting looking like a hooker. I just got my hooker lashes.
But it made the meeting that much more fun.
Oh my goodness. So the next time she trimmed them down and they looked really pretty. But then it's like 2 weeks. Who can go every 2 weeks and get their eyelashes done?
I don't know. And I also feel like it like breaks your natural eyelashes.
It does. My eyelashes definitely broke. And even when I do my little magnetic ones, it takes a while for my eyelashes.
Because then at a
get
point,
better.
like, is there anything left for them to like hook the other lashes to if you just keep breaking your lashes off? You
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
Well,
I'm
you
just,
get new eyelashes all the time. Like they grow
know.
every 2 weeks. That's why they have to do it every 2 weeks.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I love it. I just am not the upkeep for it.
I'm high maintenance, but like not that high maintenance.
But it's not like to get up in the morning and just if your eyelashes look beautiful. Oh, I don't
permed
know.
my eyelashes
friends that
this
have
weekend.
beautiful eyelashes. I just love it.
Perms.
Yeah, you just there's a kit that you do at home, and you glue this like pad to your lashes, and then you just comb them up, and then there's like this thing that you like set this like setting spray on it. Not spray, but like lotion, and then you let it wait for 10 minutes. So you read your normal book while you're doing it. Then you wipe it off, and then you do another thing. You wait another 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much
I
work.
never
It's
even
30
used
minutes.
an eyelash
Like-
curler.
Yeah. So all it does is like,
don't
so you
need
don't
to.
have to use your eyelash
I don't
curler
need to.
because they're always curled, and
Mine-
it lasts for like 8 weeks.
Mine are just
It's
like
great.
that
Do I look curled?
by themselves.
I mean, your eyelashes do look wonderful.
Thank you. They're
I will say
curled.
that.
Yeah. See, it's super easy.
Yeah.
They looked wonderful last week too.
Yeah, they were. You weren't here last week. They weren't curled last week. Now they're curled.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it. I just anything by my eyes like that might freak me out. I don't know because I do
Mine
have
are
used
just
the
curled
eyelash
and long on their
serum,
own, but they're
true.
blonde.
and it works.
Yes.
The eyelash serum. Here's me.
Serum.
The serum that
The
you put on, it does
serum.
make your lashes grow really long, like you have fake lashes.
Yeah,
but,
your lashes do look long.
But no, they don't look long now. But when I use it, they do look long.
they
but
look long.
but
I'm looking at you from the side. They look long.
but I just
Mine get all over, like, you know, like if I put mascara on, don't like let it dry. Like gets like on
Mine
my
would hit my
eyebrows
glasses
and it
when
hits
I was
my
younger.
glasses.
That's a good problem to
Yeah.
have.
they would hit my glasses.
But they
Not
just
anymore.
kind of stay up and
So D in the warehouse, his eyelashes.
He has the most gorgeous eyelashes.
I looked at him yesterday. I'm like, it's like you curl them, Snuffleupagus. It's
Oh,
like you
they
curl
are.
them.
They're just like perfect.
I've never seen a boy's eyelashes like that. And why did God give boys the best eyelashes? It's
Yeah.
like not even fair.
They are. They're beautiful, and they even they're like, and it's
Yeah.
almost like he separated them, and like they go
It's
up.
disgusting. It's
They're beautiful.
And he just laughs every time. I'm like, what did you do to your eyelashes? He's like, I woke up like this. I'm like,
I had
Sir.
eyelashes for my car before.
on a
your
VW bug, I
headlights.
bet, right?
No,
No?
I got
No.
them for my big car.
yeah.
On my
did.
I threatened to put them on my Bronco, but
Nothing says a chick drives this car
like eyelashes.
like eyelashes
with
on the front
glitter
of my
eyeliner
car.
on them, I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you get tire glitter too?
I did. Jenny
What?
gave me tire glitter for Christmas, and I've never have found the right time to put it on, which sounds dumb.
What?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tire glitter.
What do you
You put
mean?
it on your tires.
You
It's
spray
glitter.
glitter on your tires.
You can glitter your tires.
I need to know more about this. You just like
I'm
spray
like,
it on
that's
like
such a fun
is
gift.
it like spray paint?
I don't even know because I never did it. Because it was always like winter, and then I felt like it was just going to wash off, and then...
Well, that's probably will, but let's do it tonight.
We could.
yeah, we
We
could.
could glitter
Okay.
your
I can find
tires.
my glitter.
Okay.
Glitter your tires.
We have book club tonight. What was even the book? I don't know.
It was the first one
J.D. Rod?
of yeah.
I don't think I read
good.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
read it.
I
I'm
don't
on like
think-
the 57th book or something of J.D. Rod.
Oh
I'm on
my
like
There's
the
God.
like 80
27th.
something.
There's not. There's like 50 something.
Oh, then I can be on the 50th.
I don't know. I'm on like the 27th.
She wrote
Because
a
I
lot
took
of
a little
books.
break and read all of Twilight, which I'd never read before.
I'm glad you did.
They
You
were actually pretty good.
I
Yeah.
had to take a break too because
I also had to finish Mad Love and
Yeah.
Obsidian Throne.
I am reading the Olivia Wildenstein fairy books that are based in Michigan, and I think
really?
you
You
read
said
them.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Did
thought
I
you
read
read them.
them?
Yeah, because it was the Rose Petal Graves. I thought you told
That
me you
does
read
not
them.
sound familiar.
Okay, they're on your list now then.
Okay.
Okay.
I am
don't
on
know.
Celebrity and Death. I am on 34.
Okay, so
Is
not
there
In
58 or
2012,
something?
and there is 58.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a lot.
And it's taken me like all year.
What am I on? Because I'm on like Strangers, which
Strangers
is
and Death,
26.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
26.
problem is because I read all the little half books.
Oh, I haven't read
But
those.
the Chaos and Death was only available like in print.
Wait, is
So I had to
definitely
wait a
one of the
while.
ones we're
Or
not allowed to say,
Possession
or
it.
it'll keep
Oh.
the
I don't
video
know.
off?
I don't know.
Possession. We've just said
It's
it
a
like
book
a million
series.
times.
Yeah.
But JD Robb, yeah. 2024.
Remind me again,
She has
J.D.
one.
Robb is Nora Roberts?
Yes.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah.
She started in 1995.
How
was
many
her first
books
book.
has Nora Roberts / J.D. Robb
I don't know because she
written?
writes like 2 of these a year.
Do you think she has a ghostwriter?
She does 2 of this year.
Like
Wow.
like another person who writes for her that's not her?
I don't know. I know some of the authors I've read like how they write, and they just write like, I don't know, like 45 minutes a day.
How many people now do you think will use AI to write their books to
A
help them
lot.
write more? Because I would. I would
Probably a lot.
totally use
200
it.
and over 225 romance novels.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's so many books.
That is a
She
lot
was
of
born in
books.
1950.
Oh, wow. Someone wrap her in bubble wrap. Protect her.
Yeah. That's so many
Along
books.
with Eddie Vedder.
Well, that's romance novels. Does she have other categories?
30 plus million a year.
Wow.
How much she makes?
Well, she writes a ton.
Nora Roberts,
420
would you
million as of
like-
2022.
Would you like to adopt me? No, not AI. Rhea, it makes sense. I mean, you can
does
use
make life
AI
easier.
to,
We use it a
just
lot.
make a new book,
But the problem is that people are doing that, and then but even really sketchy is people are taking people's books and just changing some of it, and then I guess it's not plagiarism.
Oh,
And they don't
really?
get kicked off because they just changed some of it.
What I want to
That
know
seems
And
is
that's
that
not fair at all.
I want to know what an AI detector is like, because sometimes, like I've heard, like somebody said, like we can tell it's AI. Like, how can you tell?
Well, there's a couple of checkers. Like I've sent you one before, and it's pretty accurate, the
Yeah.
predictability.
yeah,
Because I know for homework and stuff, for papers,
yeah.
stuff that
Somebody's gotten busted.
they're
yeah.
running it through
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I
Super
don't, and I
interesting.
don't think that AI is that much different though than Googling. Like you just Google stuff, you copy and paste it, you throw it on a page, and then you rewrite it.
Yeah.
AI is not that much different
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
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 Well, sometimes
I mean, who writes without going and finding stuff somewhere else?
Right. Right. Well,
Well, yeah, from experience or thoughts for sure. But like sometimes when we're like coming up with the product description for a vampire, whatever, it's like we'll throw it in AI and then we'll tweak it, because how many times can you talk about the same chocolate thing? Like sometimes you just have no thoughts in your brain anymore.
Well, and for us, like we're a small team, so like for me, it helps me like get started.
Yeah.
I'll tweak it to what I need, and then I can get it done quicker.
Well, and there was even like a really weird request. Like we're building a store, and they said, "Why
yeah.
is your outdoor furniture particularly to this area?"
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the response they did was wonderful.
It was hilarious. I literally copied and pasted that in, put in the city name, got a great answer, and got approved.
Yeah. But it is interesting to
Like
see
for
where
book
how that's
writing.
going to overtake things. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Because we want
Yeah.
to have original thought, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it just gets the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going 50 different directions. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, so many times it's like, just give me something. Just
Yeah.
put something down, because then
Yeah.
I can edit it and make it. But just
Yeah.
give me.
And I
give me
use it like
something.
I resell. So I have a program that I use. So I use it for writing descriptions. And sometimes it like was like, and it has pockets. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You know,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
have to go back. But then it also generates hashtags for me, which helps, people find my product. So, but it's not always true. So,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it
when they did
definitely
the
needs
legal
fact
thing.
checking.
It
Yeah.
definitely needs fact, and there's no like social correctness in it, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and whatever it reads, it takes as gospel, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
It takes it as fact.
Well, didn't it do
And there's
something
no
about-
thought process. I mean, and then that's why I say it's like, what was the, most civilized or best structured society or whatever, and it could have some really horrible examples because they're not taking into consideration human rights. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Things that can kind of get scary.
So I think it's a good launching
There's no
pad, but you
emotional
obviously
intelligence
have
to it.
Yeah.
But I said I read that thing, and it's and I haven't done this yet, but there is on chat where you can put in what you're, like, I'm a CEO of a coffee company.
Yeah.
I'm interested in coffee and things being professionally written or whatever. And you can put whatever you want, and then it every time goes back to that.
Yeah.
And the guy said one of the most important things is to say, if you're unclear of what I want, ask me more questions.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. I really want to find time
Well,
to
I
do
always
that.
I give it a voice. I'm like, write it in this tone of voice.
Yes.
Or write it in
Yes.
a
But
playful
then you don't
manner.
have to do that every time because it always goes back to your profile you've written.
Well, it depends
Which
what
is
I'm doing.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How I want it to sound.
But this guy was like an author, so. he's
Or,
using
like
chat. I
writing
don't know.
bios on people can be super difficult.
Different.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yes.
It always makes you wonder where the gray area is going to get to, like people writing college papers and,
Yeah. That would be so tough to be a teacher too in
Yeah.
this world.
Yeah, but like my son had a college paper and it was like, tell me what you don't know about philosophy. And he's like, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm like, well, use it for prompts. And he was like, okay, well and he took the prompts and and it was like line 1 and he's like, oh, this made me think about this. And he was able to write a whole page about every prompt.
Is that any different? Like when I wrote a paper, I would go research, right? And copy and paste things.
yeah.
And to me, it's just that it's doing that for you.
Yeah.
It's going out there and copying and pasting stuff, putting it back to you.
It's a different
so
form
I
of
don't
research.
think it's that different.
Yeah.
But just as
in a way.
humans, we have to take the next step and actually look through the material,
Yes.
not take it
Yeah.
as gospel.
Yeah.
And edit
Or copy and paste it
But you have
and
to
keep
do
that
that
as our
anyway.
answer.
When you copy and paste stuff together, obviously
Sure.
you can't just turn that in. You've got to formulate it and make it make sense.
Yeah.
And so it's thoughts and ideas that you have to put together.
Yeah.
And I feel like chat went a step further and kind of put the thoughts and ideas together. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? But it's not that different, maybe.
Yeah.
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 Well, and sometimes like I use it for our FAQs or whatever, and it's like it will just it's like I have a broad idea, right? But then it will generate, and it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that, but that is important.
Yeah.
Like,
And I guess you can tell it to put stuff in list forms or bullets.
Yeah.
Or all sorts of stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you think, and I thought the weirdest thing, maybe I thought, is that if you tell it something, I tell it something, it's not going to give us the same answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know how the detectors really detect it.
How did the detectors do the detecting?
Probably partially just how it's like structured together.
What if you just naturally write that way and then they think you're a chat all the time? They think that you're cheating all the time. You're like, I just write this way.
we
I
have
don't know.
analyzers on our website, and most of our website is actually written at too high of a grade level.
Interesting.
The
Yeah.
readability level.
Yeah,
yeah.
like we're at like an 11th grade, 10th, 11th, and it needs to be at like a 7th.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Dumb it all down.
It is. There's so much to learn about it. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And then I just wonder sometimes if it's going to take a lot of professions away at some point.
Yeah. It does make you wonder.
Because
that
what
too.
about text writers or,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Editors.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting too. Like, so we write at whatever level. It's like, how do you?
I don't know what level.
Well, but we're in the industry. We know these terms.
We write content,
It's just telling us that you're using industry terms that the average person coming to your website is not going to understand.
Yeah.
And we just don't think
And it is
like
hard
that.
to know what you don't know. Or,
Right.
do you know what I mean?
Right.
It is interesting. Because the other day I just said what I said. Oh, we need SWPCHB. And we have a newer girl in, and she's like, what are you saying? She said, I'm like, oh, Swiss water processed cinnamon holiday blend.
That means decaf.
decaf CHB.
Yeah. Yeah. That means decaf cinnamon holiday blend. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
short.
I'm like, oh, you're going to hear CHB a lot.
Do you know what? I keep realizing that, and maybe okay, we all write in complete sentences pretty much when we text each other. Do you guys write in complete sentences when you text each other?
I guess I don't really use like you or like short.
I don't shorten messages
Really
when I
anything.
text, but apparently that's not the norm.
Yeah, I used to use shorthand more, but I just think it's lazy.
Yeah.
And it allows your brain to be lazy.
Yes.
And then you start doing it in other parts of your life where you shouldn't be doing it. So I went back to writing everything out.
I don't know. I'm like IK.
Yeah.
IKR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I know, right?
What I
Sometimes.
realized, like, so I'm reading, like, and when I'm reading books, and they're like making fun of people who write everything out all the way, and it has come up in more than one book where they're
Really?
like insulting people who like, oh, you're one of the only people who still write all type of thing out.
You're right. It is.
And I'm like,
complete sentences.
Yeah, we
what
do.
does it say?
I mean, it just is. I'm looking back. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hope whatever he
Yeah.
has is something he can take antibiotics for and feel better quickly.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
But apparently, like, we're the old people who do that, and everybody else is like, you know.
Well, I just think it allows you to be lazy.
Yeah.
Some of my friends will text me something. I have to look it up.
Sure.
I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
There you
I
go,
think
Bell. Punctuation.
like IKR.
Yes,
It's
punctuation
like, I know my-
matters.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. And when I go back, like people I went to high school with and their grammar, and I'm just like, bless your heart. You
Yeah, but if
know?
you're texting like that all the time, then you kind of like
That's
forget
just what-
those
It's
things.
almost like shorthand then at that point.
And if one of my children texts me in proper grammar, I get them something. Oh man, you had
I don't know,
better
because
not.
with autocorrect, half my stuff
No,
feels garbly.
You had better not. They are there and there to me. You are getting it.
Yeah.
You are getting it, kids. You are your You're not.
I think my mom's probably the best lingo person out there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But we do tend to do full. I never thought
Full
about that.
sentences.
Full
Yeah.
sentences.
Yeah, I type in full sentences.
Yeah, I type paragraphs. I mean,
Yes.
for sure.
But then there's some words that I like cannot spell to save my life. Like absolutely, definitely.
I
I
hate
cannot
definitely.
spell. And receive. I cannot anything that's I before E except after receive, and I still
Yeah,
can't
but
do
that's
it.
not always true, and then you're just confused.
I know. I can't do it.
I see it in my brain. Like
And also I
see
can't
it,
write.
I see the word in my head. I would have been so good at spelling bees.
Estelle was really upset yesterday because she asked me how to spell school. And I was like, SCH. And she's like, but why? She's 6. She's 6 and she gets.
I don't know.
I'm like, it just is. But because she says
IDK,
like,
IDK.
it's like shul. Like, she's like, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I get it. It doesn't make sense. It just is. Like, she gets so mad.
SKOOL.
Yeah.
School.
Well, she wanted SK like OL or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. I get it.
It does.
Well, and I remember I didn't know about phonic spelling until you.
Inventive
Yeah.
spelling.
Or it was inventive spelling. And the fact that, because I remember you explained it to me that that's how you were taught, was that you just wrote how it, and I'm like,
How it
my
sounded.
God, like how confusing to teach you that way and then expect you to go back and learn the right way.
Oh my
Why would
gosh.
anyone teach someone that way?
Yeah, I thought it was the dumbest thing.
And it's the dumbest thing. Because
Yeah.
how confusing to say, learn it this way and then go back this way.
They write whole things, but none of them were actual words. And I don't even know if you had sight words. And then it was like you just went back and just picked some of them out. Well, then you were reinforcing your wrongly spelled
Right.
words.
Well, and then there was the thing like we do not need Q at all in the English language.
What?
There is a letter to replace Q in every single word.
Wow.
Like queen, like KW. Like it's literally like every single thing that you need a Q for
You know
can
what?
be
Because
replaced.
it doesn't really have its own sound, kind of.
No.
I'm going to go all day
Because
and
K is the same as K.
spell Q
Yeah.
and QW.
It's K.
Yeah, they're like, why do
Yeah.
we even use that? It's ridiculous.
That's kind of hilarious.
Because you can,
Because we need to be queens.
yeah. But
You guys,
it's, like,
it's almost 11
it was
o'clock.
literally like
It's
every
10:54.
single word that they could think of with Q, you could replace with another letter, no problem.
Phonetically, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
it is insane.
And what does everybody say? The English language is insane.
Yeah.
But thank goodness we live in America, so when we travel, most people can at least speak English.
Speaking of which, we
True.
got to step our Spanish up. And mayo, adding O to the end of everything no longer works. I just have to tell
I
you.
gotta get my lingo. What is that? What is the app?
Duo.
Duolingo.
When you
Duolingo.
travel with Lori
There's Babbel
to
too.
language or just the language,
She thinks she can
Spanish-speaking
speak
countries.
other languages.
She does, and
It's
she
not
just
just
adds
Spanish.
Yeah, she just adds "o" to the end of it, and she to every word, and she thinks that she's speaking Spanish, you guys. And
You know what? They understand it.
no, yeah, they do. They do. They
Because
just
you
give
live
her
in
what
your
she
own
wants.
world. You
I'm like
live in a
bathroom
special-
O. Is there bathroom?
But they're
O?
like,
Bono.
we speak English, so it's just bathroom.
Yeah, it's not it.
Babbel. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
Babbel. I've
did
heard
this
good things
before our
about
last
Babbel.
trip because we are going to Costa Rica.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a couple
so
weeks.
we'll do Spanish.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We should go though. It is
Okay.
almost 11. We've been
Yes.
babbling for a long time.
Thanks
Our
for
ramble.
We'll check out
This is
Babbel.
the ultimate ramble.
We just really are good at it.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Have a great
Bye.
week.
We started with
It won't
Bridezillas.
Stop. What is going on?
It doesn't
It's like
want
you're
to
too
stop. It
long.
wants me
You're
to
too
sing.
long.
Yeah, it's like yelling at me.
Bye.
Maybe if I just close it.
We can keep talking about Bridezillas. I mean, that's
I
fine
don't
too.
know, guys. Oh,